And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, women and children, whoever might actually be joining us today. Let's jump from that over to the game screen, honestly. Go. Need to activate the microphone. There we go. There we go. Now we actually got the sound that we want. Got music coming on in a little bit. Here we go. And as always, we got the jazz running in the back. Seeing a little bit weird. Oh, the light's actually not adjusted. Why is it? This should happen automatically. I need to have a look at why this isn't adjustable. I'm automatically adjusting when I pick the stream start. Oh, my back's killing me today, so I'm sitting a little bit awkward. Now, if you were here yesterday, you saw everything that happened. If you weren't, let me update you. I took a hit. I took a little bit of a trip and started getting my train lines up and running, which they are now running perfectly around town. And then I decided to continue to expand this whole area here. So basically all of this here was completely empty when we started yesterday evening. 4 hours later, it now looks like this. And the reason it looked like this is because you can just like have this skyline you can just follow as you go around here. Look at that. That city's actually pretty gorgeous so far. And we're going to continue to expand the suburban area down here and make that look better. But I actually went ahead and I bought this today. I went in and I did a few improvements. Added the hot air balloon tours, for example. Set up a few things that needed to be set up in here. Constructed new building, the auditorium and shit for this, so it's ready to go. The next expansion. I did a few things that tweaking mostly. And I added some greenery and stuff. Nothing that kind of messes with the gameplay that we got going. Just stuff that upgrades it a little bit. Well, that being said, what I then realized after I purchased this was I'm still not able to actually build the airport. Still not able to build the airport out here because I still don't own this, and I can't build up the harbor because I don't own this. I can't continue to expand because I don't own this. So I went back out and I installed the Algernon's 81 tiles mod, and I enabled electricity transmission along roads, and I simply allowed us to unlock everything right away because I am sick and tired of not being able to build where I want. So we're going to purchase that. I'm going to purchase that because that's going to give me the area we want to build in. Essentially, we kind of need these two areas anyway, and I'm going to use them anyway. We're unlocking all the way along here, and then unlock that one as well. Because that way we get a lot of areas we can actually build in. The nature park over here is of course going to be built up around this, so we're going to make a massive turnaround. I don't understand why this train line runs around the way it does. To me it looks very weird. Oh, it comes in through there. Follow that across there. What's the river? Okay, so that's a completely different train line. Or maybe it links up with this one. Yeah, it links up with this one. So those two are there. And it runs around that and through there now. Through the mountains. Okay. Well, this now gives me two things I can start building. Getting Canal View finished. But more importantly, I can build my financial district. And I can build up the remainder of the suburban area out here. And then downtime will start springing up. But before I can do any of that, this mountain is going to be leveled because we're actually going to be starting up oil production out here. As you can see here. Oh, not that one. That's if I want to add it. You can see we have some oil out here. We're going to start exploiting and putting into a harbor area right here. And to do that, I need to lower that. Anyway, so however much I want to do that, first thing I actually really want to do is get an airport up. So we're going to do terrain height, we're going to do cross strength there, we're going to do we're going to expand that brush strength quite a bit, because we want to flatten this area quite a bit. Our airport is, yeah, that's kind of not what we want to do. We want to have to, we want the airport kind of be within this area here. I know that's going to create some little curvatures and lines, but we're just going to have to be how it is. Expand that up. Now, to get closer to the water anyway, we're going to this just a little bit, because we want to have this down here in this little hidey hole here. I'm going to cut away at the mountain just to give us just a little bit. Undo some of that, because cutting away at the mountain might be the best idea. That's okay. And then we'll just expand this. Cutting away at the mountain, we just create a little cove down here. It'll become our industry area. We're going to continue to expand that inward, because I kind of want this to be raised platform for the airport. This, we're going to even this out slightly, so curvature isn't nearly as bad. Doesn't look. Hey, man, how are you doing? Welcome to. And nothing much is up here. Simply just working on getting my secondary freed up and running. Starting to terraform a little bit for the next project. Hopefully it'll actually work out the way I want it to. But we'll see. So far, miraculously everything. The agenda. Well, the agenda for today is relatively simple. We're going to clean up this mess down here that we've made with pollution. An airport is going to be... Actually, I can draw that in. Shall we draw that in, honestly? I'm going to have a massive airport area here. I can honestly do with this. Let's just draw that in. We're going to build up a massive airport area right about here. That's going to be our airport. This whole thing is going to turn into a massive airport. As you can see, it does flatten the terrain for me. I think I'm going to go back and look at it a little bit. But that's going to be airport area. And I don't know why I wanted to name it Sheffield City Airfield, because it's not Sheffield. And then down here, we're just going to toggle an overlay here so you can see. Want to start setting up an industrial area down here, which is going to be an oil. Oh, this path here. Those two are going to be, of course, interlinked somehow. I haven't really figured out how I want to interlink those two. I'll spread that up here. No, actually, we won't. Leave that off, honestly. That comes too close to the main city. We're gonna have some oil industry down here. Then over here, we're gonna make a harbor district. Honestly, just paint in, shall we? So we can see what we're dealing with. Massive harbor district. Just name it so we have meadow sector. That's going to be oil. Of course, since we are Springdale, why would we call it Sheffield? Springdale. Just have our oil industry. We'll have our airport up here. So that's the Flying Dutchman. Well, I can do that. That's actually okay. We can actually do that. Once we've leveled out this next district over here, we're going to create our financial district, which is going to run in here. District, which of course is going to run here. And then we're going to do a district down here. I'm actually going to split that into two in a little bit. I'm going to do that right across here. Springdale High, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Let's get rid of this. We're going to split that into two, honestly. We're going to have two suburban areas down here. Oh, I do actually take quite a bit of, I do often ask for names and ideas from viewers, so not really a problem at all. So if you have suggestions, we do have something like Plaza del Sol, which was out initially in here, but has been expanded a little bit. Yeah, why not? That is north, so that's... Now it's just two labels, so I know what's going to be there. And so I can demonstrate what the plan is. And then we're going to expand this right here, which is going to be downtown. And then finally, around here, we're going to do massive high-rise. Oh, I linked those two together. I did not mean to do that. We don't want to link those two together. We want downtown and the high-rise area to be slightly apart from each other. Downtown to be there. We want another one that does this area here. We're going to do high rises. Actually, downtown should be tourism. I'll do some tourism here and then high rise downtown down here. So we kind of bleed this skyline we're already creating here into that massive area here. So that's pretty much the plan for now. But to do that, we're going to have to start linking up quite a bit of our things. And since this has already decided to just level shit out for us, I'm going to do that. And we're going to just a little bit. So it doesn't look nearly as bad. Really not a fan of these really steep edges. Game has a tendency to degrade. Yeah, even that out a little bit, and then that's going to be the airport. That's pretty much the plan for now, is to work on those two things, or work on these things, not in order, but you know, somewhat in order. I don't know if that makes any sense. We're going to work on those things. The first thing we need to do is definitely to finish off designing the intersection. And what we kind of want to do, what I kind of want to do, make sure that my highway... what are we running here? Are we still running a freeway? We're running a freeway. Highway. Really? Yeah, that's fine. We're going to have that come down here. I have that actually try and split that as much as possible. So we're going to create a highway across here. It's going to go back and link up over here. Actually have a highway running in and a link across. That's going to follow down through the Harbour District, out through here. It's going to link up back over here. So we create another slight intersection. That's going to work with this pretty much interchange over here. Far out into more down. So that's pretty much the plan, I think. We can do a city tour, that's not a problem. Honestly, city tour has been on the agenda for a while, and something we generally do anyway. And to do a city tour, we're just going to turn that camera off. So when we initially started, we had this roundabout ride, or this turnout coming here. It's pretty much what we had to work with. So the first part of the city that actually sprung up would be Daffodil, the Daffodil Square over here, or what's called Daffodil Daffodil District that sprung up over here. Just a small little suburban area that we then expanded onwards into the Canal District, or Channel View, which then or Canal View, which then became a small suburban town that kind of wanted it to have a little bit of a I don't know how to put it, but I kind of wanted it to have a luxury boulevard kind of view, so that's why we've kind of built it up with walkways and bicycle path all along the water's edge. If we turn off the contour so you can see a little bit better, that's kind of what we're working with. I don't know why the water height has increased so massively lately, but it has. But that's pretty much it. So Canal View kind of sprung up around there, and for Canal View to be viable in any way, we kind of wanted a park. So I threw in a little city park right here. It's not very popular, but it is here to basically just give us a little bit. And we built some custom assets, build a little playground with some foliage around it, gravel path, try to make it nice looking pretty much. And then of course football fields, because as a European we kind of need football fields. I don't understand why it keeps wanting to fuck with me, but it does. Annoying when the game wants to fuck with you that way. So what we did was add a skate park, basically made this a community area where we could come and deal with, play some games, have some fun together. That's pretty much what we did. And then once this district was set up, I started expanding into Dale Hills, which became a pedestrian area covered in parks to give us a little bit of boost, as well as high-tech houses. And then we have Thornton's Organic Produce, which has become was our first really big industry, which is a farming industry, expansive. Again, trying to use the foliage to give kind of a sense of being in nature. And then as soon as we unlocked the train department, we built up a train station over here to just relieve it a little bit. That's kind of it. And then of course over here, Chester decided to petition the city for a locking company, which he has then built up over here. You can see the pollution in the ground, and then his orchards out here, growth zones with, of course, with a few little pieces of clean this up just a little bit again, because apparently Anarchy likes messing with me. God, you gotta love Anarchy, honestly. Clean this up a little bit. As soon as Anarchy is involved, Anarchy just likes not removing shit once. Even though I turn Anarchy off, it still likes to not remove shit from when I place buildings. Really annoying. I clean this up a little bit just to. Didn't actually realize Anarchy was messing that badly with me. Apparently it is. I swear to God I cleaned this up yesterday before I logged off. Finished the stream. And there we go, we now have acclaimed university. Clean this up just a bit as well. We'll look at the fire coverage in a little bit. Yeah, now this is the Chester's been working on having his logging industry down here. This has actually saved my economy. It was one of the things that I desperately needed, was this industry area, because I was starting to run low on cash, and the double industry area here has definitely made sure that we have the money to expand the city. I don't understand why this all of a sudden started popping up. It's actually annoying as hell. The same here, yes it is. Why? You just not leave my roads alone, Anarchy. Anyway. Gotta clean this shit up, otherwise I'll be kicking myself. Is it the same in here? Yes, it's actually the same with these. Annoying. Yeah, that's the so that's pretty much it. And then, God, there's more. I feel like I have to do this every time. Maybe I should just make it a habit that instead of starting the game up, just go over this every time I start the game up, because I feel like it spawns back in. And then we have the industry over here. Massive, ugly industrial area built up just for necessity. So I had somewhere to plop it down because it was actually right here initially. And I didn't want it right here because I wanted to build the city upwards this way. So I moved it out over here so it could pollute away. And the plan is to change that up so it doesn't pollute. If you come across, look at the fire coverage. Yeah, as you can see here, a lot of areas where fire coverage is actually pretty dangerous, but could, if we wanted to, do the fire helicopter depot and a bunch of stuff like that. But I don't really feel like it necessitates it right now. Coming across from the suburban area, we start approaching King Square, which is finished build. A little bit of an asymmetrical build. I try to make this asymmetrical so it would kind of give the impression of being plopped in just at a slight angle, so everything didn't become too similar, which is also why we have stuff running counterclockwise to what we have. And then coming across the bridge here into, we have this lovely nature area with some water towers, and then we come across and we enter into the gated community at Plaza del Sol, which has been expanded in here for my sake, but Plaza del Sol here, which is a pedestrian area with a massive main street named after the person who actually named Plaza del Sol, Chris, one of the viewers. So he actually named this, and that's why the street has been named after him. And coming through that, we come up to our education buildings, and you can just see the skyline there in the distance, like that hole here. I like that hole. And then coming through up along here, you start feeling the last little bit of the suburban environment before we start hitting into our medium height. This actually, I think I need to change this to higher density, honestly. I don't think suburban here makes sense because I'm spreading it out here, so I think this also needs to be upgraded to high density. And then, of course, coming up into the high density area, we have our Springdale Institute of Technology out here. It's actually massive. If you take a look at the, you can see all of this is a massive university. Just see how massive that university actually is, created just for this area, and it's actually doing really well. It's making us a bunch. It's going to make us a bunch of money, mostly because we just need a few more academic works before I can. Why are you now down? My academic staff is now 0. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Yeah, we'll deal with that. So that's coming up, and of course we have the Springdale, the SIT Spartans in their varsity basketball courts with massive area of parking right next to it. We're actually going to change the look of that because I actually like the variation too for this. It kind of matches with the towers here. Massive parking area here. And then, of course, if we go in, we come into what has been known as Hillside Rise, which was the first part of a very asymmetrical rise that would lead into the massive, into the downtown area down here itself. And one of the, you asked about the main attractions, they come up here now. We've actually built Valley World, which we need a name for, which is an amusement park that is still very much under construction and design. But that's going to be one of the main attractions of the city, with a massive or relatively large parking lot outside. And then right next to that, we have our Springdale baseball team right here at Springdale, the Springdale Saints right here. And behind them is another main portion of our city, which is actually the main transport hub of the city. We have currently we have 2 transport hubs, and we're going to create a third. We're going to create third and fourth transport hubs as well. But this was what I wanted the city to this part of the city to center around. Another one's going to spring up down here. We're going to have a small one here. Of course, there's going to be a large, semi-large one here, and a massive one out here. But this is my intercity. This is kind of the focal point for this whole initial build, and with the financial district springing up right around here, this is going to be the focal point. It is littered with parks and pedestrian areas, with parking, with sports fields, with everything you can imagine under the sun. Plazas, entertainment, massive, an outside trade connection that also connects every part of the city into here. And then, of course, down here we have a metro plaza station, which also connects up. We have 2 metro lines currently running in the city. We have an interior run running around this, and then we have an exterior run covering pretty much all of it going around. So the main attraction of the city is pretty much going to be this area, and we're going to spread some of that over here so it fills up into this. So this would be the main attraction of the city currently. So yeah, and then we have our IT cluster down here in Cherry Hills, which was actually a mistake. I didn't want Cherry, but it's actually a pretty beautiful skyline. So that's pretty much the city right now. And more is going to be added relatively soon. So before we start on anything else, let's get that, and we just do this, get rid of all of this. I actually have an open area to work with. Have a look. It's time to think a little bit. Could run you across, honestly, and you across there. So those intersect each other down here. So we should run that one around here. Come back in and link up with those. We could have... no, not yet. Not yet for the tourism district. So if you have this run ding ding in here, that's going to be the main link up. And then going to run this out here and make that the main link up. Then we need connection over here. By placing something we can work with at least. You know that? I like Paradise Point for the tourism district. Gonna do this so I can remember that as tourism. That's a really good name. Thank you so much for that. And Mystic Mountains would probably be a really good name for this. Too long. Just going to leave that as financial district now. We're going to rename that. Add that. I'm just going to real quick add all those names there. That's a really good names. Oh. Nav all of those. Put them into a text document right here on the computer. We can take that in. Alright, it's jumping around quite a bit here on the screen. There we go. So Harmony Heights, Ocean View Oasis, Riverside Retreat, Sunset Shores, Paradise Point, Assa Bay, Mountain Vista, Coastal Cove, Serenity Springs, Emerald Isle, Sunflower Fields, Enchanted Forest, Golden Sands, Moonlight Meadows, Starlight Square, Rainbow Ridge, Mystic Mountain, Seabreeze Boulevard, Sunflower Street, and Oceanfront Boulevard. All of those has been added and saved to text document. Financial districts. Oh, I'll take that. Okay, wow, you've just been looking at those up, huh? Let's do this real quick and add here. Capital Center, Fortune Square, Money Mile, Wall Street. Was it Wall Street West? Or was it Wall Street and then West Currency Heights? I'm just going to leave that now. Prosperity Plaza, Golden Triangle, Golden Triangle Stock Exchange, Golden Triangle Stock Exchange Square, yeah, Bankers Boulevard, Financial Heights, Bull Market Boulevard, Investors Way, Money Avenue, Wealth Way, Finance Club, Finance Hub, Cash Corner, Banking Boulevard, Commerce Center, Investment Lane, and Revenue Road. Those are actually some really good ones. Little Wall Street, yeah, West Currency Heights. Well, that's actually pretty good. I credit that to you, man. Credit that to you. I have that. No suggestions from Madman. There we go. You get some. Right, for the financial district, I actually think with what we're doing with the financial district and where it's located, I actually think that it would make a lot of sense to. It's not going to be a triangle, unfortunately. This Golden Triangle Stock Exchange would be amazing. I think Financial Heights. Yeah, we're going to do it financial. Fits with the theme of what else we're doing. Financial Heights. All right. Go back to. Okay, yeah, we'll continue adding. Well, that actually helped quite a bit with, so I can differentiate between them a little bit more. Pedagogy place. That's that actually. The Educate Enclave. I really like. Cognition Corner. Oh my god, I feel like I'm back at school. Yeah, those have definitely been added. Sweet, thank you so much. That's a long list. I really appreciate that. Anyway, let's go back to that airport. Could link that one in here and run that continuously, and then link that one in here. Problem is, run that along. I think running that along would make the most sense, because that will definitely tie the city together better. Let's do that. Run that down into the oil industry. Run that all the way around the airport. I would actually finish off a massive circuit. Could do that. Could do a massive circuit around the airport. And then have intersections coming in and off here. That would block me. Like, I'm not going to build anything out here anyway because of the noise. So mainly it's going to be industry. I don't know. The main idea was to link them up, so we're going to do that. Instead of this shit here. Link it up like you planned. Normally my original ideas have merit, so we're going to do that. Instead of trying all this other bullshit. That's going to happen already in here, I think. And then we do this, that, and wait. Roundabout. And the clover leaf on this freeway intersection. It's actually not a bad idea. Hold on. Something I wanted to do this on, so It really does, and that, like, the first thing when I looked at it was just like, that doesn't work. Because my original thought was to bring it all the way around. Original thought was honestly to have that run around and meet it out there. No, 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 don't be sorry, don't be sorry. Like, I have 130 hours in this game. I'm getting better at it, and I think what I've created so far is, in the grand scheme of things, it is pretty well designed. Like, I have minimal traffic issues, running into small problems that I've solved so far, and my design choices have so far been okay. So I'll take pretty much any suggestion that people come up with. Why are we starting to see flooding down here? We've never had flooding down here before. Definitely starting to see flooding here. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, one looks really happy. He should have been disabled, honestly. I think your idea definitely has merit. Because that would mean we could cut that in pretty much here. My only problem with that would be no matter what way I face this, it needs to be, should probably be slightly off center. Because we're going to need that three-way intersection no matter what. So if we do this, wait, if we do this, and then nope, it's too steep. No, but the three-way intersection would not work other than to create. That would be the linkage point for those two, though. We could use this right here and then replace the highway with just a normal road to make this the entryway into the airport. Put that down, see how that looks. And then have those link up. I'm not fond of it. But maybe if we fill it in, once we fill it in and we start having all this, it's better than what I had before. Get you at an 80-degree angle, so the line up there. We want to do there. Get that angle there. I'll do this. Honestly, I'd rather do the parallel because it just gives me a better road selection. Let me switch that over. I think it's 30, isn't it? And then we do simply do that. And immediately we have parallel road. A little bit anal retentive, we'll do that. Then we can run that across here and tie that into the other one. Now, replacing... Hello, what do we have of options? We have the 4-lane road. That looks like crap. Why would we need two then? So this one would lead to the passenger one, that could lead to the... Actually, no, we do need it as it is. Yeah, you're right, but we also need this to carry on along here because we need that to link up with the harbor district out here where we're going to have the highway split across as well. So there we're going to have another freeway intersection hitting just about here, where we can then split into two roads that's going to run parallel there, and then we're going to link them up. So we're going to have that. So that is definitely needed. But since that one is going to head out towards that, this is going to be the entrance point to the airport. So instead of having the airport facing the city, we can just face the airport this way, make this into a parking area, I guess, which will of course require us to go across. Also, I have to decide which one we want to use. Because this is the one I actually ultra modern large terminal. Oh, look here. Roads coming into that. I do have the cash to try it out, but I don't want to try it out without seeing it. What does you? You only have one entryway. That makes me less likely to choose you. But for this, you would actually make the most sense. Is that raised platform? I'm not going to use you for anything. Departing would use the top one, and arriving would use the bottom one. That would actually be what made the most sense. Okay, so we can expand that outwards. Okay. So departing needs to go up. We'll use this. We'll go... I want massive parking and area around the entrance. So we want to do what's here. And we want to do a 90 degree, not a 90 degree, we want it to go 90 degree with the river pretty much. Degree here is going to look crap, right? Let's honestly just start with. That's about as straight as we can get, isn't it? I really like doing it with railroad, so let's do that because it's cheaper and I can always go back. We don't really need this because this is going to link up here, so this is going to be the start. I'm going to have you come in, follow that, link up, ding, have you come in, ding, between those. We're going to have the airport right here. We'll create this here. Oh no. I think that's a little too close, honestly. This in. Get my line. Probably make the turn a little bit smoother. Look. That's actually not bad for leaving. And then we're gonna not perfect, but gets the idea. Means I can delete my guide wire now. So what I thought would work can work. Okay, so I need to I think I need to make that follow for a little bit. Also bus lane. Let's do Bumpy highway, it has to be bus and taxi. Yeah, just thinking here what I would like, and if I want to unlink the roads here and change them. Then I could change them to become what I want, but like one-way roads, they're fine. But I need to swap them around, so this goes that way instead. That one goes this way. Then come down and link back up. I need to unlock the bottom segment anyway. because I need to be able to grab it and flip that around. What kind of road is the airport terminal road? Okay, and so now I have that. Space is already occupied. Why is space already occupied? Why would you not? Why would you give me the option of using the tool Let's be annoying. Oh, it's... No. Definitely not just because of that. Well, it worked with a lesser road, didn't it? We can change that later. Don't be an inattentive idiot right now. Oh, actually, let's have a look. How far out does that extend? 9, 11. Can't be 11, can it? 21. 9 to there. That's 11. That's 10, so 21. Oh, 21. All right. Let's do a 11. Won't allow that. Because they're too close, aren't they? Features, you know. I still want that one there, honestly. On a highway, on a normal way. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I don't want to do it. You wanted to before. You okay with that part? Okay. Oh, that looks weird, doesn't it? It doesn't look right, does it? Nine. Nine. Yeah, look at that. It's close to 90, but it looks good now. I guess we'll deal with it. Yes. I'm tired of looking at that water. Let's have a look. We needed to connect to a normal building anyway, so. Hi, man. Well, because we're gonna... Actually, there's one thing I just realized. I'm actually going to need this one. Look, if I place that here, right? I can still go straight through with cargo terminals, which will then come down around here, do cargo shit and stuff. This will passenger lines only. In a cargo terminal down here that runs to the same runway, honestly. Yeah, not ideal, but it works until we can at least get that sorted out a little bit. I'll redesign this a little bit. The OCD in me is just, I'm not happy, but for now this will work, especially once I have to start pulling the rest of it up. I'm definitely not happy. I find it extremely frustrating. I guess many of my builds do start out that way, where I'm extremely frustrated and I figure out what to do, what I want to do with them. Yeah, I decided to do this. I do that. We're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to do deep planning and high-rise ban. Mhm. We'll run this way instead. Change that later. I think I'm going to have to think way more about that terminal than what I'm doing right now. What? Instead of staring myself blind on this, move on, do something else. Oh my god. Hmm. financial district is the next big part of it, because I've looked myself, I've gone blind on that, and I need to think about that before I can do any of this. And as long as I'm not happy with that, I can't start on something else. So the financial district's going to be the next one. That's pretty much the only thing I can focus on right at this point in time. So I'm sitting here thinking how I want to handle it. And I think I'm going to do my greenery brush up along here again. And then I want to start up setting up some stuff up there. Financial office building. Oh, by the way, I also have to have a look at this because, well, I'll just throw that now because we don't need to that much anymore, and I'll give us a much bigger income. And School of Engineering. And I can't place anyway. I can without destroying half of the city of roads, and it doesn't fit in. You have a beach volley club, which actually fits with my beach volley setting down here, so we'll build that up there. And I have my technology museum. Can actually be placed outside of a campus, can it? You'd probably consider using it somewhere along here. Makes no sense. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't look too good, but it doesn't look. Honestly, it's not bad either. It can stay fine. Actually, a museum of postmodern art, that would be perfect down in Plaza del Sol. And the stock exchange. Central part of it. I want to create a little plaza around this, so we're gonna Move you here. Again, I have to keep reminding myself of this, and it's very, very hard to keep reminding myself. And not every inch of ground has to be covered. Right, that's what I have to keep reminding myself. Parks and plazas actually plays quite a bit of a role, doesn't it? So let's manage some investment. Okay. Right, let's have a look. Hmm. The death care is fluctuating and going down. Let's wait with that. Well, once we start establishing some of that. So we definitely need some office and residential building. What about taxes? Let's have a look at the tax. So I've set everything to 12, which generally works out really well for me. By 13. Game loves 13. Well, let's do that because that leads into downtown. So having that little thing would make sense there. And then we continue to expand that plaza there. I like the orange. I thought that was the other one I thought. Yeah. connecting up, honestly. There we go. Alright, well, we'll try it your way. I know 14 does cause some issues, so I'm not like we're lacking money. Right in here, we kind of want to... I don't want... Yeah, but right here. Same right here. There we go. Alright, man. Yeah. Immediately I figured it would happen. Access too high. Immediately. The whole city starts complaining. 12 is my max set. Okay, you know what? We'll create a pedestrian area for you. Inside here, it's going to be a pedestrian area. What? What was it we were going to call it? We had a name for it already sorted out. It was Financial Heights. Yeah. Let's just do Prosperity Plaza because we're going to make it into a plaza now. So, why am I being all of a sudden not being able to remember shit here? Yeah, they do have a tendency to do that. Honestly, I have a tendency to listen to them. What we wanna... Yeah, it is here. Like that. There we go. Oh, and we want to take this and we want to make this into high-tech housing. There's definitely educational limbs. Education boost. For-profit education. I'm just running through there. Let's have a look. Buy some death care. Let's just buy, yeah, all the shares. Because we can manipulate it a little bit, can't we? So we need to establish death care in here. But death care would probably be a decent investment over the time. Making down there, and then we want let's do 2 of those. What we could. We're gonna create some beauty. Just throw that in there. Want make a little bit of money. Upgrade that. Get some unique buildings in here because that's gonna look really, really nice. That's gonna frame it really well, especially when you come here. Little target trees there, those older trees. We have some transport coming in and out there. Invest a nice chunk in that. Oh, a nice chunk of that as well. Hmm. Place a large bank on this side then. Way to make a little bit of extra cash. Turn key in there because that was actually starting to annoy me. Remember to turn any key off again. There we go. Industry still dying out. Really is. Yep, we are about the time where I need to stop. Our forestry industry is definitely taking a hit. Invest in that. Just farming. Invest in both. Okay. Those taking massive hits. Forestry industry, that's an easy 200,000. Boom. Engineering industry is definitely also going down, but we're a little too late on that. Take a little bit of money. Too much. Oh, we're too late on that forest. That kind of sucks because that was a good burn it would have had there. Farming. Let's get that. Generic. That's falling about the median. Let's see what happens in the next one. Actually, get us up again. We'll take that. It's gone down again. It's only 300,000. So forestry is down again. Under the median. We'll buy it all. Honestly. That's a good gain. Dispose that there. Farming is also okay. The amount of shares we have. There we go. Look at that. Hmm. the time's about finished for me now, I have to say. Unfortunately, not a lot got done. The financial district is now starting to pop off in that skyline, which does reinforce so far, which is healthy. The airport, which I spent a lot of time on, has done nothing at all. So yeah, nothing really happening there. But yeah, no, overall, I think that's actually solid. The fact that this is still a problem, I'm going to sort that out next time or off stream. But thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to leave it off here as the city is slowly starting to grow. And I will see you all next time for some more city skylines. So thank you all and have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday.